Ladies and gentlemen, this is William Cooper, and Alan Weiner has asked me to take the microphone on this probably worst day in the history of the entire world. For what we're witnessing now today is most probably the herald of at least the redefinition of freedom, and most probably its death. Can you imagine the absolute, well, I guess you can, because you're probably as shocked as the rest of the world. And I can assure you that the entire world is affected by this. Governments, when they're attacked like this, lash out at whomever they perceive to be their political enemies. This is another step toward world totalitarian socialist government. Listen very carefully, folks, to me. You've got to listen very carefully to me. You must not do anything at all that can be misinterpreted by anybody that you're a part of any of this. I don't care who you are. Take steps to protect yourselves and your loved ones, particularly if you are known patriot leaders or members of any militia. You saw what happened after the Oklahoma City bombing. No militia members, no patriots in this country were involved in any way with what happened there or with what happened in Waco, but the media and the government attacked militia members and American patriots viciously, and you can expect that that may be one of the outcomes of what has happened today. Also, would ask that all of you please say prayers for all of the people who have died or been injured or wounded in this terrible attack upon our country, and for their families. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a major attack not only upon the United States of America, but upon freedom. The outcome of this will redefine the word, and I suspect that freedom will no longer mean what it used to mean after this day. It will probably be redefined as freedom is whatever the law allows you to do. But I know exactly why these attacks were launched. They need excuses, ladies and gentlemen, not just here but worldwide, to continue to pass laws to strip people of their rights and of their freedoms, and to disarm people in order to bring the world under the umbrella of a world totalitarian socialist government. This is not just an attack upon the United States. It's an attack upon freedom around the world. This is an attack upon humanity, as a matter of fact. And because of it, freedom will be redefined. You saw what happened after Waco. You saw what happened after the Oklahoma City bombing. You've seen the draconian legislation, the Anti-Terrorist Act, the unconstitutional things that are going on all over the country because of exactly what you're seeing today, and you can expect it to become a lot worse. Freedom will be redefined. Rights are going to disappear. This is not a guess. This is exactly what's going to come out of this. And you know, I hate to say this, but I predicted that all of these things were going to happen years ago, warned you what the outcome would be. And folks, this is not about the Middle East. It's not about Osama bin Laden, terrorist. It's about world totalitarian socialist government. You're going to see some draconian laws passed to try to prevent this from happening in the future. At least that's going to be the excuse. And we'll just have to wait and see what the government is going to implement and put into place. Please don't panic. Don't spread rumors. Don't tell lies. Don't participate in the insanity that's already going on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the worst days in the history of the entire world, not just the United States. Not just the United States. Terrorism has a goal. The goal is to strip freedom from the population of the world. You can bet on it. That will be the outcome. Freedom will be redefined or disappear altogether. And we have known for many years that these kinds of things have been planned, have been in the works. We didn't know the time period that they would happen. If you read my book, this is exactly the scenario that I described. I named the city, New York. Unbelievable. It's twice now they've hit the World Trade Center buildings. Somebody should have known. Somebody should have taken the precautions necessary to prevent these kinds of things from happening. We've all known. It's been discussed. People have ventured speculation that somebody could fly an airplane into the White House or into the Pentagon or into a major target somewhere here in the United States of America. So it's not as if nobody suspected that anything like this could happen. It's one of the first things that anyone would think of. But the buildings came down, folks. I mean, collapsed upon themselves all the way to the ground. A jet plane crashing into the top quarter of those buildings can't do that. It's absolutely impossible. Somebody had to have placed charges upon the main structural members that support the buildings somewhere at the ground level in order to bring those buildings down like they fell, just like the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City. That fertilizer truck parked on the street did not bring that building down. It was supported by major columns of steel reinforced concrete, which are hard targets. And I know all about hard targets. I fought in a war. I went to booby trap school. The Navy taught me how to bring down hard targets, and they told me the only way that it could be done, and that's with shaped charges placed upon the main structural members. Airplanes flying into the top of those buildings did not bring those buildings down, and if you believe they did, there's air between your ears, and there shouldn't be. There should be some brain material in there. If you don't believe me, talk to explosives experts, talk to demolition people who bring down buildings routinely, and they'll tell you exactly how hard it is to do it. It is very difficult to bring down a building that is built as a hard target, as steel reinforced concrete, and those buildings were. I don't believe that they're going to get Osama bin Laden. The CIA created Osama bin Laden, in case you weren't aware of that. And the Bush family has been doing business with the bin Laden family for many years. And I'm not making that up, that's a fact. They have intertwining investments in their business dealings. I think I talked about a little bit of it on a broadcast not too long ago. All of you who thought that George Bush was going to save this country, boy, were you mistaken. Gosh. Big mistake. Just in case you think I'm some kind of a wacko or nut, I'm not. I've been studying this scenario for years. When I was in the Office of Naval Intelligence and Naval Security and Intelligence, when I was on the staff of the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Pacific Fleet, I saw the whole plan for bringing this all about. I knew what was going to happen years ago. I warned you. I told you exactly what was going to happen. I wrote about it in my book. You just heard one of the reporters on C-SPAN echo what I've been telling you. He said there's going to be a tremendous reduction in freedom because of what has happened to this. And that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm not some wacko nut, folks. I've done more research than you can even think of even wanting to do on what's happening in this country and around the world and what's coming as a result of it. I know what I'm talking about. And not only do I know it, but I have documented over the years. I've given you all the documentation, told you exactly where to go. None of this is hidden. They haven't even tried to hide any of it. It's all the truth.